welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Shirley, also known as Backttalk, and I usually do anything Disney. But as you can tell, we are on a plane on our way to Chicago from Phoenix. We actually arrived to Midway International Airport of Chicago, and it was not disappointing at all. Look at the decorations at this airport. We flew Southwest, so already this is setting the tone for this video. This video is the top 5 holiday things we did in downtown Chicago. I'm gonna go based on my favorite to my least favorite, but obviously they're all favorites, otherwise they would not have made my top 5 list. I hope you enjoyed. Now let's hear all about it. Number 1 is Winterland at Gallagher Way over by the Cubs Stadium. Now, this was not something we had planned for, it just happened, and I'm so happy because it was my number 1 choice. Now, Winterland is a different event inside of the Cubs Stadium, but outside of the Cubs Stadium, in that area, they do have the Christkindlmarket ring spiel. There's 2, there's one in downtown and then there's one near the Cubs Stadium. I will say I like the one by the Cubs Stadium way more. It was less crowded. We went to the ornament shop and it was less than maybe 10 minutes to get in versus the one in downtown Chicago where we had to wait a really long time to get into like an ornaments. Now, if you don't know what Christkindlmarket are, I'm going to show 2 of them. This is the first one. This is, like I said, the one in Ringville. And this one had less people. It also had less booths and less selection, but it was better because there was less people, so you didn't feel like overly crowded. You didn't feel like you had to shove in there or you had to like purchase something really quickly. Otherwise, a lot of people would come and then you wouldn't have a choice. They have beautiful decorations. A lot of this is just handmade, so you're thinking price points are a little bit higher than usual. So just be aware of that if you are coming here with a family, that you're going to be shelling out quite a bit of money, especially if you buy things. They had a carousel at this one. They did not have one in downtown Chicago area, and it was just really nice vibe because it was a lot of younger people versus families. So overall, we really like that Christkindlmarket better. And then this is the actual Winterland. So you actually go in. It is only $5 to get in, which is really nice. And children under 2 get in for free. So we did not plan this. We didn't even know about this. We just saw it when we were there and we purchased the tickets online really quickly and then we got in. But you can see how stunning it is just coming in here. It's just magical, and there's music blasting, like Christmas music blasting the whole time. So if you are not feeling the spirit, like this year I am not, I'm Cindy Lou Who this year where I'm like, where are you Christmas? If you come here, you'll find it, at least during the time that you're here, just because it's so nice and magically decorated. Like every corner is so decorated, so thought out of, and there's so many things to do. Now I will say this is definitely family centered. It doesn't mean that you can't just go with friends. You can definitely go with friends, but if you have little ones, I think it's more for the little ones. But my husband and I still had a good time, and there's a lot of drinking more than eggnog options. So yeah, very nice. They have these little chalets. I'm not sure how much they cost. I figured it would be out of our range, but you can rent it out with your friends and just hang out, chill, drink, and have a merry time. A lot of decorations, places to take pictures, and it's only $5. So if you've ever wanted to see Wrigleyville Field, $5 is not bad. We did a tour last time we were in Chicago where we paid, I want to say, it was like $30 to get the tour around, which was really nice. And obviously we got to do more than just this. We got to see some of the backgrounds. But for $5, if you just want to be on the field, this is great. And there's other things you can do. There's ice skating. Ice skating costs $12 if you bring your own skates and $20 if you rent them out. There's games. There's, as you can see, like the little wheels. You can do some like carnival games where you're shooting hoops or ring tosses. There's also food, so they have the lodge, and they also have food inside, kind of like stadium food that you usually would get if you went to go see the Cubs. But they had all sorts of cocktails, drinks, hot chocolate. They had a s'mores bar where you would buy a bag of s'mores and then they would give you a stick and you would go to the fireplace and you would roast your s'mores. I mean, how cute is that? And then, yeah, like I said, more chimney tosses and things for families to do. It did feel crowded, but it didn't feel crowded, if that makes sense. It was just such a great time. Number 2 was ZooLights over at the Lincoln Park Zoo. This was my second favorite thing we did there. It was just absolutely stunning, as you'll see in the clips that are provided. It was beautiful. We have ZooLights here in Arizona, but nothing like the Lincoln Park Zoo. I love the Lincoln Park Zoo. We saw a couple animals, and by a couple I mean penguins, which were very cute, and giraffes, and that was pretty much it. Oh, maybe an armadillo. But it was really dark. So ZooLights is mostly for lights. We only paid $5 to get in each, and we did pre-buy them. You can only do it online. Same thing with Wonderland. You can only do it online. So when you're purchasing tickets, make sure you do it prior to the event or before coming in. This is just stunning. You can buy a hot beverage, walk around. There's not a lot to purchase, so it's not very expensive if you're thinking family-wise, and you're just having a good time walking around, looking at lights. There's places to keep warm on the inside. There's bathrooms. Those are hard to find, but you will find them. And then, of course, the actual lights are just amazing. They had one that was like with music. They had a love tunnel. We saw a couple get engaged that night, so that was really, really sweet to see. There was just so much to do. We had a really good time, and again, not very expensive, and it was on the way back to downtown Chicago, so we went over to the Cubs Stadium, and then on the way back we stopped here, and then from here we went back to the hotel, and it was just kind of like on like a loop rather than going farther than we needed to. There were some Disney things I noticed, like Ariel and the Princess and the Frog from earlier, and then you'll see Alice in Wonderland here in a second. But overall, really, really sweet. I would highly recommend it. Again, this one's big for families, but as a couple, we had a great time. Just make sure you bundle up. It was kind of chilly. Alright, number 3 is gonna annoy some people. But number 3 is to go shopping, which I know is, what? How's that holiday? But it is so beautifully decorated. And I know you can go shopping where you're from. I know in Arizona we have all of these stores, but it's different. They're just decorated in such a beautiful way. I mean, look at this building. This building had a lot of high-end stores, of course, but the decorations here were amazing. And again, it costs nothing to go get warm. Go look at decorations. Go look at the huge tree that's in here and the ceilings, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. So really, I would just recommend, and this is gonna anger some, walk the Magnificent Mile, Miracle Mile. I'm sorry, I know it's one or the other. I think it's Mag Mile, but just walk it, like the entire mile. I know that sounds like a lot, but there's so much to see. They did such a beautiful job at decorating. We came to San Francisco for the holiday, and it was nothing compared to Chicago. Chicago really went all out with decorations. You can also go to the Walnut Room all the way on the top. Now, I would recommend making reservations way months in advance if this is something you want to do and eat here at the top of Macy's. We did not, but we did want to check it out, so we did. And then, of course, the Macy's section is beautiful. I finally got to go to a Primark. There's a Primark here in downtown Chicago that was like 5 minutes away from my hotel walking, and I was so excited. Window displays, just everything you can imagine. Again, it doesn't cost anything unless you're actually shopping, but just walking around, just taking in the scenery. It's chilly outside, well, it's cold outside, but you know, you're bundled up. Maybe get like a hot drink, maybe go to Starbucks for Serve, the biggest like Starbucks there is. Get a hot drink and then walk around, look at all the decorations, and just take it all in. That's what we did, and I love doing that. It was just so nice to see everything decorated. But again, I'm like a big Christmas person, so lights make me so happy. 4, and if you're like me and you're like a big planner, you're probably tired of hearing about this, but the Christkindlmarket. I have talked about this previously when I was talking about Ringville, because there's one there. There's also one in Aurora, and then the one you're looking at right now is the one in Chicago. Now, we went twice because it's so close to the Bean, but it's so close to the Cloud, and it's very close to our hotel, so we went twice. We went early morning on a weekend day, and this is the footage you're seeing now. It's very busy, beautiful. Again, if you want to feel in the spirit, it's beautiful. You could get a cup, like a souvenir cup, for like $12. We got a cheese sandwich. I know there's a name for it. He recommends it. I do not like the smell of it, but I'm not really a cheese person. We waited in line almost 30 minutes to get into the sweet shop. I'm not gonna lie, it was a long wait. But of course, you can buy tons of sweets. Some of these sweets you can buy at your local, well, not local, but like World Market and stores like that sell, you know, international snacks. So some of these snacks weren't really exciting, but some of them were, and some of the snacks they made there. So that was also very nice. We did try the big pretzel that everybody advertises. We did not like it. I would not personally recommend it. It was cold and the cheese was not that good, but we did try it. And then we also have Aldi there. I guess they're sponsoring, so you could get like free snacks from Aldi. He was really nice, really playful with the crowd, and we got some free cookies out of it, so that was really fun. There is an ornament shop, but we didn't get to go the first day because the first day was super crowded on the weekend. Even when we went really early, it was still really crowded. We later went on a weekday right as it opened, and it was so much better. We pretty much walked into the ornament store, and you can see there's really not a lot of people versus when we went on the weekend, where it was almost an hour wait to get into the ornament store, so we didn't. And then I got some footage so you could see like weekday versus weekend. It's a huge difference. Now it does get busy during the weekday, don't get me wrong. There's still people like me who are visiting that shouldn't be there on a weekday, but if you go early enough, you have plenty of space. You could even go inside. We didn't get to go inside the first time, so that was kind of neat. And I also took footage of how the line looks around 12 on a weekend. It wrapped around. So yeah, just be prepared to wait if you're not going to get there early or if you're going on the weekend. Number 5, which is probably my only non-kid friendly one, which is pop-up bars. Christmas pop-up bars. There's so many in Chicago. I'm sure there's some again around your area, but there are so many in downtown Chicago, and they're really known for it. Now, I will not recommend the one we went to. So the footage you're gonna see is for the one we went to, which is Frosty's. Now, I did include footage because that's how they got me, right? I saw all the footage and all the Instagram posts, and I was like, oh my god, it's beautiful, we have to go. But I would not recommend Frosty's. I would recommend all the other ones, but definitely not Frosty's. You can see footage, you can see what it looked like, but Frosty's was advertised as 3 floors with tons of decorations, and if you saw the pictures, it looks like there was plenty of things you could do and take pictures of, when in reality it was a club that was super packed. Like, you could barely move, and you could only pick from like 5-6 drinks. We ended up drinking White Claws as our specialty drinks, and we paid $100 for this total. So definitely won't recommend Frosty's, but there is so many over by the Cubs Stadium, so I would recommend those. Those are free. There's no cover. Yes, you might have to wait outside. Yes, the prices might be high, but they're beautiful, and there's things like Santa Baby at Deuces, 8 Crazy Nights at the Tavern, Reindeer Room, Rudolph Holiday Rooftop, Tinseltown at Pink Squirrel, Winter Wonderland at JoJo Shakes Bar, Christmas Inn, Jack Frost Winterfest, Happy at the Chicago Athletic Association. There's just so many, so don't waste your time at Frosty's, but do go to them because they are gorgeous. As you can see, they're decked out. So the one in Frosty's is far away. All of the other ones are on the same street, so you already go for the activities in the market over by the Cubs Stadium, and then you can just walk literally 2 minutes and you are in all of these bars. And you can see some of them had lines, some of them didn't. Yes, they were a little bit packed, but look how amazing the decorations are. So do this, just don't do Frosty's. That's just my recommendation. So that's it. That's my top 5. Please let me know in the comments any questions you have. I didn't want to make the video too long, but I did want to include my top 5s in there and any tips that I could have possibly thought of to share with you. I will put all of the websites in the bio below, so you can click on the websites and go 1 through 2, 4, 5, because I know that when I watch YouTube videos, I'm like, wait, I need to take notes. So don't worry, I'll put it in the bio for you. Don't forget to like this if you like this, and subscribe so you can see other videos like this. Like I said, I do use Disney usually, but lately it's been a lot of cruises, a lot of travels, and a lot of vlogs. So I hope you enjoy, and until next time, happy holidays and adios.